Bruh, my phone dies. Everything's fucking going wrong. Bro, that's some crazy work. That's some crazy fucking work. God, bro, I'm all out of sorts now. I'm all out of fucking sorts. I'm all out of sorts, boys. Give me a second. Bro, I wasn't even playing the audio, man. Like, they're tripping right now. Like, you won't let me play this shit? Why? I'm just gonna delete this shit off my channel real quick before I get any more issues from these guys. Hold up, bro. Let me remove this stream from my channel in case they just want to come after me. That is some of the lamest shit I've experienced in a minute. At least we know now. We can't watch the weigh-in shit, I guess. Or maybe we can just watch the clips. Dude, that's so fucking retarded, bro. Why the fuck can't I watch a weigh-in face-off? Whatever. Some of the wackest shit, bro. I'm having a hard time getting over that. Some bullshit, bro. Some bullshit. Alright, we got some people in here, though. Shout out to you boys for coming back. God, bro. Let's just watch this one. JDM and Islam. Dude, I'm like fucking... I can't get over it right now. I'm actually like feeling fucking irritated. Just like, gosh, bro, why? Why aren't you letting me fucking watch this with the boys right now? I'm doing you guys a favor. We're promoting the fight for you. Get off my ass, bro. What up, Stu? What up, Stu? We got Stu in the chat now. You know what? Just so that these guys aren't on my fucking ass. Fuck it. We'll watch this anyway. 17 seconds isn't gonna kill me. At least I hope. Here he is. JDM is a straight up Diaz brother, bro. Straight up. He goes, Islam wanted to get close yesterday at the press conference. I'm switching it up. I seen this before. Good shit by JDM. I like JDM. He's definitely a Diaz brother. Hey, yo, what up, Gravy? What up, Gravy? Who you got for JDM? Islam? Shit, bro. That's such a hard one to pick. It's such a hard one to pick, man. JDM's doing a really good job with his confidence. I'm seeing no weaknesses in JDM. I'm seeing no weaknesses in Islam. Although JDM got a weakness in the grappling department, I would imagine. But can Islam take him down and keep him down? We'll see. When you factor in danger factor 2, it's pretty close, man. I think JDM can starch Islam on the feet. And I think Islam can totally finish JDM if it gets to the ground. You know, usually I like to rely, last resort, on like who's the most dangerous, right? Who's more dangerous? Who has more of a chance to finish the other? But it's your typical striker grappler, bro. On the feet, I feel like JDM might give Islam problems. But JDM is better on the feet than Islam, or than, sorry. Islam is better on the feet than JDM is on the ground, if that makes sense. K1 tonight, UFC/BKFC tomorrow night, and the 1FC Supercard Saturday, Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm excited for 1FC. I'm excited to watch the Christian Lee fight. Plan is cover JDM and bacon grease. Yeah, hey, if JDM greases before the fight, he might have something. All he got to do is put on some lotion. M-Gal, what up? What up? All right, everybody coming in now. They don't even know that the stream went down a few minutes ago. At least I don't think so. BKFC is awesome. I saw what's his name just throw somebody. Dave Feldman. Okay, let's see this one. DP. DP's juicing, boys. DP's juicing. But give me 2 minutes. I gotta answer a phone call real quick. Give me like 2 minutes. Yeah, give me a minute. Literally won't be more than like 2 or 3 minutes. But 1 second. All right, boys, we're back. We're back. My bad. Sorry. This is just an eventful stream today, isn't it? Jacob that got that Kai Kara France build? Shit. No, I don't. Wait, what's the Kai Kara France build? Kai Kara France got a good physique, no? Alright. DP on roids. DP on roids.
Questions for Dustin? Any chance we ever see you again, Dustin? Or
I don't know, man. It would have to be.
Damn,
let's go, baby. Let's go. We want it. Let's go.
It would have to be the perfect, like a reason for me to do it.
One off at the White House.
White House.
Let's go, baby.
I don't know if I could pass the USADA test right now, man.
Questions for Dustin?
I don't know if I could pass the USADA test. Shout out to that question asker. He brought the energy. And then Masvidal said he'll catch a case over Colby, which is kind of funny.
Brain damage. I had to tell.
Of everyone up on stage, who do you think has the biggest problem with Colby Covington?
There's only one. If I saw him right now, I'll catch a case. Another one, because he already tried to sue me for brain damage. I had to tell the judge this.
Another one.
Born retarded.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Born retarded.
I'm good with him. I already broke his face, so I'm good with him.
Of everyone up on stage, who do you
Kamaru with the little slight diss. DP always drunk now, though. I know. He was trying to take down homie the other day. At first, I was like, damn, Kamaru, I thought you and Colby are chill. Why are you dissing him? But Colby would have dissed him like 10 times harder, so it's all good. It's all fair. I guess if we're just scrolling down champ rounds, Dana says that this weekend's card is going to be 13 million. 9th largest gate in UFC history. I don't know. Is that a dud, though? Is that a flex? 9th largest? Damn. O'Malley versus Merab is a huge fucking gate. 21 million. I think that just comes from high ticket prices, though. Certain venues you can charge a lot more for tickets. Noche, MSG, John Pork. Yeah. DP was drunk as hell trying to fucking take down John Pork. Gable Stevenson. He's going to make his second MMA bout, so shout out Gable. Quit doing bullshit. Just stick with MMA, bro. All right? Stick with MMA. What do we think, though? Should we give Usman the title shot? The winner of this fight? They're bringing him out, bro. They're bringing him out. I got a sneaky suspicion, bro. A sneaky suspicion Mario gonna come in and steal that shit. Dana with the throwaway comment last night. The winner of Brady versus Morales is a #1 contender. They get the title shot next. Sure. Moving on to the next question. That was barely a confirmation. Maru? Come on now, Maru? Ariel got him. What up, Mark Hatch? Talking about the UFC fighters less punch drunk. Usman needs another 2 wins. Shit. He's so proven though, and he's a little bit older. Like, if you make him do 2, he's gonna be too old to fight for the title. 1 maybe. But Usman's saying, I saw a headline, he wants to do winner of this fight, get the title, then move up to 85, challenge Hamza on a full camp, win that belt, and retire. That's Usman's plan. That's Usman's plan. This was a good one too.
Conor McGregor come back at the White House. You know, there was like a lot of talk about people wanting to see Conor McGregor come back at the White House card. Do you think that that's something that the UFC needs or wants to see?
No, this guy's never come back. Khabib broke his mind, you know. This guy never come back. He's not gonna fight anymore. I told this like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I still think he's not gonna fight. And now he have like disqualification from the anti-doping commission, something I heard. And that's why I think no. Maybe John Jones will come back to fight in White House, but not Conor.
You know, there was like a lot of talk about people wanting to see Conor McGregor come back at the White House card. Do you think that that's something that the...
Conor never coming back, boys. That could be if I did fuck with him. If you ask me. Let's do a poll. JDM or Islam? Boys, there's not really much fucking news. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's not much news. I'm over here bookmarking Tracy Cortez weigh-ins just to hook you guys up, because there's nothing else to fucking talk about.
125.6. 125.6.
125.6, the official weight for Tracy Cortez.
Thank you, Tracy.
I think the losses to Poirier hurt Conor more, TBH. Hey, that's honestly a good point. When Conor came back to fight Poirier, he was kind of doing Poirier like how Malcolm Wellmaker just did his opponent Ethan. Just like thought his opponent was there to show up and take a loss. Hell no. Poirier? Maybe Poirier took that L the first time. But never again. This was interesting. Talking about Muslim country. Or Dana White says Islam got cheered at the New York press conference over JDM because New York is, quote unquote, basically like a Muslim country right now. Is it?
Jack Della was largely booed every time he spoke. I thought Americans loved an underdog. Were you surprised by that reaction?
Yeah, obviously there's a huge Muslim community out here in New York, but also you have to look at the fact that Islam's looked at as one of the best ever, and moving up and trying to beat a guy at 170. Islam has done so much, and the whole Dagestan and Habib and the camp that they have out there, and like I said, a huge Muslim. It's basically like a Muslim country right now. So I'm sure Jack's feeling it.
Jack Della.
Let's go, Tyler Betts. We're back in business, and I got something for you guys. Well, we're just going through these clips right now, and usually I entertain you guys more. So, but you guys just bear with me. It's a slow ass news day, bro. But we're here. We're covering some stuff. I got something good for you guys, though. We'll watch the Dylan Dennis Bisping interview. Not the whole thing, but I have a screenshot of like a timestamp where Dylan's talking about Islam, and we can watch that. It's a pretty good take. It's a pretty good take. I don't know, guys. I think the boxing match changed his style. He didn't have that wide karate style. Miata boy, yeah, you're also right. I've always said that McGregor, his career would have played out a lot different. Actually, you know what, Miata boy, I'm going to side with you. Out of all the things that broke Conor, I think boxing broke him. If you were to ask, boxing broke Conor, Dustin Poirier broke Conor, or Habib broke Conor, I'll say boxing broke Conor. Floyd Mayweather. Okay, that's going to be the poll. That's going to be a new poll. Literally, everybody in here, vote on this poll right now before I take it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to put up a new one. Who broke McGregor? All right. We'll go chronological order. Floyd, Mayweather, Khabib. I love how with Khabib, you don't even put his last name in it. You just call him Khabib. You do not last name Khabib. It's just Khabib. Or Dustin Poirier. You watching Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben 2 tomorrow? Yeah, I'll watch that. I'll definitely watch it, Tyler Betts. Although I do see a headline talking about like the fight of the century, and I don't see how that's like even a headline. But I'll watch it. I just think people are kind of like glazing it. Like, is it really going to be the fight of the century? Someone tell me if you're expecting it to be the fight of the century. I bet you it wouldn't even sell like 500,000 pay-per-views. If he never took that boxing match, he would have smoked Khabib. Miaudible, I don't know about smoked Khabib. I don't know. But I think Conor would have defended the title against someone else aside from Khabib. And his reign would have been a little bit longer. Like, you guys know Conor's got no title defenses, right? It's crazy. Conor has 0 title defenses. I think Conor would have at least defended his title, bro. At least. That's what I'll say. At least he would have defended his title. The true answer is cocaine. Damn, Eric. That's a fucking great, what do you call it? Poll option. I should have put that. Damn, I can't believe I didn't think of that. But he wouldn't be as rich without Floyd. And that's the catch-22, Mark. That's the catch-22. Right? That's the catch-22. Prize fighting, right? You can value your legacy, or you can get to that paper. Conor said, fuck it. Fuck it. Give me that paper. Give me that paper. What time is Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben on? Let's look it up. Damn, I still have yesterday's tabs up. Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben start time. Hey, I was going to report to you boys too. I've been smoking kush at night after the streams. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I've been smoking kush at night after the streams. But I've been going all day without it. Like, literally, I only smoke some kush to go to bed. But, what was I going to say? It used to be harder to go all day without it. Now it's, like, easy as fuck. No biggie. Like, I used to get a little bit, like, body sweats. You feel me? But not anymore. And I also had a little bit of feelings of, like, these waves of, like, I don't know. I don't know if you call it depression or just feeling emotions, but that shit went away. So now I'm feeling a lot better not smoking weed. But I do like to smoke a little kush before bed, boys. I'm not going to lie to you. Shout out Miata Boy. Miata Boy, by the way, I saw your comment on the Taco Padilla interview where you said, of course, Jacob's fiending mid-interview. All right, Miata Boy. You caught me. You caught me fiending. 2 p.m. PST. Okay, perfect, Tyler Betts. You know I'm on PST. 2 p.m., perfect. And then what time does the UFC pay-per-view start? Around 5 p.m. PST? I actually posted the start times on my Instagram. Let's see it. Start time is... Early prelims start at 3 p.m. PST. Okay. So Conor Ben starts an hour before that. Conor was delusional, great trash talker, but a crackhead. Conor's definitely a crackhead, bro. Conor's definitely a crackhead. You guys know that they kind of sold wolf tickets on Conor, though? like talking about how he was like poor and shit like that. Like they tried to exploit that he was on unemployment when really he was on unemployment because he quit his plumbing job to become a fighter. But like his family wasn't broke, and the UFC tried to make it seem like he was broke and he came from nothing. I didn't like how the UFC lied about McGregor like that. That's what we call wolf tickets. So yeah, Conor Benn is on an hour before. When is the ring walk gonna happen though? Main event ring walk scheduled for approximately 1:55 p.m. PT. Okay, let's go, Tyler Betts. Damn, you hooked me up with that info. You knew what I was asking for. All right. I got money on a draw for Eubank versus Ben. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised at all. He got $100 million on the boxing and sold his liquor for $350 million, and he owns BKFC, so he's rich, Miata boy, rich. Shout out McGregor, bro. Shout out McGregor, the money man. That grape case put a dent in his wealth, though. He lost lots of sponsors. Low key, kind of true. I wonder how much that cost him. How much did he have to pay off the Irish mob? I don't know. Is that why Conor hates Ireland? Because he got extorted at one point in time, Stu? Yeah, Mark does have a point, huh, Miata boy? He got a point. Mark got a point. Okay, let's watch the Michael Bisping, Dylan Dennis, JDM versus Islam prediction. Dylan Dennis, I'll give you guys a preface. Dylan Dennis basically saying that, what's his name? Islam has only fought featherweights. And that's so true. It's pretty true. I'll let Dylan prove it to you, though. I'll let Dylan prove himself right to you. Shit. Michael Bisping. Oh, and just in case I forget, boys, because I already forgot this once. Before I end the stream, if I end the stream and I don't show you guys Pat Downey and Joaquin Buckley's promo videos for their upcoming grappling match, please remind me. But I think I'll remember it. But spoiler on that one, Pat posted a video this morning saying he's smoking on that Joaquin Buckley pack, and Joaquin responded, so we can watch that.
Conceive, believe.
Bisping with his like 3 YouTube channels. Come on, bro. Is this not the right one? Clearly it's not. What, just Michael Bisping or something? Yeah. Here it is with Dylan Dennis. You guys like Dylan Dennis or what? You know what? I appreciate Dylan. To be honest with you. I appreciate Dylan because he makes things interesting, bro. Why is this not on his homepage? Bisping, you gotta figure this shit out, bro. The fact that your Dennis interview, your most recent post, is not on your homepage, you're shooting yourself in the foot, brother. Someone let Bisping's editor know. Like, bro, your video should be at least on like the 2nd tab or like 3rd. Like, you don't even got any videos on any tab on your homepage. It's all like, bro, whatever.
I know I could be anybody in the...
Let me fast forward it to where Dennis calls out Islam. Around the 17-minute mark. I was actually going to make a post about this, but the live eats first, boys. The live eats first. All right? The live eats first. You boys get to see it first.
I don't know too much about that situation, so we'll move on from Logan Paul and Jay. We don't want to talk about that. There is a big fight happening this weekend, and you said there's no buzz around it. I mean, it's a super fight. It's Jack Della Maddalena versus
it's not a super fight.
How do you see that fight going down? As someone as skilled as yourself, Dylan, someone with the jiu-jitsu prowess of yourself, how do you see that fight?
It's not a super fight, by the way. Because if you think about it, Australians, they never have won a...
That Danis could not let that slide. And also, I see people commenting a lot saying Danis interrupts the fuck out of the people who are interviewing him. But I like it, bro. I think it's funny. Like, who cares? Let him interrupt them. It's his interview anyway. He's the one being interviewed. We want to hear from him.
Olympic athlete ever won in the Olympics. They don't have any sports. You don't get a college. There's no sports in Australia. First off, okay. So you have a main eventer that's Australian, okay. First off, he's like
they've got Volkanovski, who's one of the best. They've got Robert Whittaker, who's been one of the best. So they've done a pretty good job of making mixed martial artists.
I guess so, but if you think about it, they don't have any sports. Like, there's no major league, there's no NBA there. There's no MLB. There's no rugby. There's nothing.
You don't know about Aussie rules football?
Is that Australian? Yeah, but imagine what our NFL players would do to those guys. Come on.
It's a pretty good sport, actually, but I'm not the biggest sports guy, so I don't know much about it. But anyway, so
and then you got Islam. Sorry, that people think that he's the best lightweight of all time. Every single guy that he beat at lightweight was a featherweight. If you think about it, he's never actually beat anybody that was a lightweight.
Listen up, boys. He's going to state his case right now. Danis is going to state his case as to why Islam's title reign is fraudulent, and he never beat a real lightweight. Listen. Tell me if you agree or disagree with Danis's take. Listen, I understand where he's coming from, and I kind of agree. I kind of agree with what he's saying.
Charles Oliveira was a featherweight. He beat him. He beat Volkanovski twice. That was a featherweight. He beat Dustin Poirier, who was a featherweight. And who else did he beat? That's it. So he beat only featherweights.
Dustin Poirier was his last fight. Renato Moicano, right? He's
a featherweight.
Poirier, Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, right. So they're all
featherweight for a bit.
Yeah, they're all featherweights. They all moved up, but they were featherweights.
The monster version of Charles was at 155. Then you got Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker did
featherweight. So I'm right. Exactly. So Bobby you can't call him the best lightweight of all time.
Thiago Moises, Judoba. All right, listen, you're going to talk. So you don't see this as a super fight at all. I guarantee the place is sold out. And I wish
that's UFC. You're not commenting?
Nah, not this one. I was supposed to be there for ESPN, but I've literally been all over the world lately.
Yeah, no.
Going to Qatar next week. So I would have had to fly back on Sunday and then on Monday fly to Qatar. And I was like, just for my sanity, I've got to.
I don't know how. I was gonna say I don't know how you do that.
Yeah,
a lot of beer.
Yeah, no. There's a fair bit, but listen, I'm lucky, I'm blessed, I live a good life. But sometimes
I know, but traveling sometimes mentally will drain you.
No, it does.
But the fight, seeing how it goes, it's a hard one to call, to be honest, because I don't know. If you think about it, JDM was getting beat up by freaking Dorino pretty bad on the ground, and then he got that knee, and then Bilal is terrible, so you can't really if I had to put money on it, if I had to put my money on it, I would say Islam. I hope JDM wins. I hope he beats his ass, because obviously I hate Islam. But if I had to put money on it,
why do you hate him?
You don't remember what he did to me after the Conor and Khabib fight when he was punching me in the back of the head?
Was that Islam that punched you in the back of the head?
That was Islam. Yeah, that was Islam. 4 times that motherfucker. And he sends me messages all the time like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." Would you remember the punches? Yeah, I posted one on my story actually. He sends me messages all the time. He's here. And like Ali and all them, they're all just little scumbags. Like,
Jake, I forgot about that UFC 229 thing. I mean, because that reminds me, when I fought Jorge Rivera, leading up to that fight.
Oh, you remember when you spit on him?
I didn't spit on him. I spat on the floor.
You did.
He's corner, man.
Me. I mean, you motherfucker, you talk all this shit on me. You spit on someone in the corner.
Dennis is a legit UFC fan, by the way. You can tell. Bringing that up, citing that, Dennis is a legit UFC fan. I remember that shit with Bisping and the spit gate, but like that shit wouldn't just like be at top of mind. Shout out Dennis.
Because his cornerman was making videos and talking shit the whole time. So as soon as I got done with Rivera, I went over to the cornerman. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's the same thing.
I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. So you talk this whole game, so I'm a troll, entertainment, this and that. Like, hey, listen.
Yeah, but bro, I stepped in the UFC and I whooped some ass, though.
Hey, well, we had some questionable fights, like Chris Leven's a walking punching bag. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Chris Leven, he might knock himself out walking to the cage, but
hey, Chris the Crippler back in the day, he was a bad man. He had some real power back in the day. So what's the plan? So you beat Anthony Taylor, and then what? You just keep trying to win fights and knocking on the door of the UFC?
I mean, the thing is like, I'm not going to bet.
For the record, boys, I want to interview Dylan Dennis extremely bad. And I believe you boys are the one that can make that interview happen. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one thing is true. You boys will get me the Dylan Dennis interview. All right? You boys will get me this interview. I know it. I know you boys will. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. I want to interview Dennis. I've been trying for a minute. Been reaching out since before the Logan Paul fight. I want to interview Dennis. I'm just putting it out there for you boys.
You know what I mean? Like I go this weekend. I'm everybody goes crazy. They want me, please be in the UFC, begging, screaming at Dana. They make chants to do this. So like, I just don't understand why.
Is that true? Because I feel like we're having a real conversation, but a lot of the time, obviously, you say stuff that's wild. Is that true, though? So when you go in, you get a real good reception from the fans, and people are like, Dylan, what's going on?
Bisping straight up, like, I can't tell if Bisping likes Dylan or not, because I feel like Bisping, like, trying to call him on his bullshit, and then Dylan does switch his tone a little bit. He's like, well, I do get my fair share of hate and criticism from the fans, too, but you get both. But I don't know. I can't tell. What do you guys think? Do you think Bisping likes Dennis or like doesn't like him, or maybe he's worried about like his audience getting on his ass if he doesn't kind of like question Dennis every step of the way? I'm just kind of curious why you guys think even Bisping is trying to call him on bullshit right now, it seems like. I'll rewind it just slightly for you.
It's insane.
A lot of the time, obviously, you say stuff that's wild. Is that true, though? So when you go in, you get a real good reception from the fans, and people are like, Dylan, what's going on?
It's insane. It's insane. Yeah. But, I mean, there is people that hate me, too, that throw beers at me and shit. Yes, that does happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't. I mean, you do get the guys screaming, like, during the fights, we had guys screaming, like, oh, I'm going to them. They're not good, like, crazy motherfuckers. But, yeah, you get that, obviously, too. You get the love and the hate, which is good, you know, because you're not, if you get neither, then no one cares about you, you know what I mean? So that means that's bad. But McMahon even said I saw the reception that you got, and I want to sign you. He literally said that to my face. Swear on anything. So, I mean, you've been, I don't know, have you ever been at a fight that I've been at? That one time, when we were beefing a little bit.
Where you were talking shit and you were like trying to edit me.
I was trying to get you to get it.
Hold on. And then you got kicked out of the arena that night.
Did I? I don't know. My memory's terrible. I get hit.
That Ali slapped you, and then you.
He did not slap me. That motherfucker. First off, that story is very exaggerated by Ali, because Ali got them pays of whatever. You know, he wants to be the main character. You know what I mean? But I seen Ali. So I never seen Khabib or Islam since that night of the brawl. But I seen Ali. That was the third time. I seen him one time. He was by himself, and he literally did not say a word. He looked at me and ran inside. He was waiting to like get someone in. I was walking into a club, and he was waiting to like grab someone, but he was by himself, and he ran inside. And when I was inside, we were standing right next to each other, He looked at me and he ran back upstairs and he went to like Usman and it was like some of his like people that managed. And then he tried to act tough. He stayed in there the whole time. Didn't do. And then I seen him. Where else did I see him? I saw him somewhere else, right? And he just like whenever he's by himself, he gets so scared he like runs away. Like he literally like runs away. And then that night, so UFC came to me and they were like, "All right, you're getting heckled too much, and like people are asking for pictures, so we're gonna take you through the back, whatever, And UFC kind of treats me like since after the Khabib thing because they think that I'm gonna like go out and start like fighting everybody in the back and like doing all this bullshit. So, but this time they're like, "All right, this is a game."
That's why he's not signed, because that whole Khabib thing. I feel like
too crazy. We're gonna bring you to the back, and they were like, "Listen, if you start any trouble, if you do anything, you are never getting signed to the UFC." Like this is like what they told me. Literally what they told me. Like, don't do anything. Just follow us. Get us. We're gonna bring you to the back. So of course we're walking right to the back, and Ali's standing right there, and I'm like, okay, do I want to be in the UFC or do I not want to be in the UFC? Because I was like, I'm gonna this motherfucker because I hate that motherfucker so much. So I was like, okay, give it a second. And like the security was kind of like walking, and then he's looking at me, and he says something, and then like security gets in the way, and then now he starts acting like he's a big, he becomes like a big giant. He's going crazy, screaming, and he like tried to like jump and like slam me. He didn't even hit me. He hit me like the top of my head over the security, like trying to act all tough and like screaming. And then Usman came out and his brother, and they were trying to fight me. And security like picked me up and like brought me out, but he didn't slam me or anything like that. But the only reason I didn't freaking knock him unconscious is because they told me, they said, if you start any trouble, you do anything, you will not be in the UFC ever. Like they already told me, like, we're going to give you a chance here to go through the back, and like don't. So like I was trying to like save my career there, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I probably should have just stopped him, to be honest with you, but
I got to say this because I talked to Ali.
I should have just stopped him.
And he's always, again, I always find him to be a gentleman. And I'll tell you this, his fighters, I know you don't like him, but his fighters, they love him. So he obviously does a great job.
He pays them. He pays them to run Twitters. No. So he gets one tweet a month, and they had to post one picture of him a month for like a certain amount of money. I know exactly how it works. I know everything behind the scenes. So that's why some of the Twitters are ran by him. He pays them to do that, and then they'll be like, "Oh my God, Ali's the best manager in the whole world." That's him talking, and he pays them to do that. They have to post like a certain picture a month. I'm not sure how many, and also too when he gives you a signing bonus when you like. So like if there's like an up and coming fighter who's like, "I'll give you $300,000 to sign with me," and then whatever, if you don't make it, this and that. So he's kind of like a little charlatan. So
all right. Well, we'll agree to disagree on that one because I've spoke to the fighters when
but they're not going to admit it. You know what I mean?
they all love it.
You're telling me that some of those Twitters aren't ran by him?
Maybe they are.
Come on, you know that. Come on. So you talked to those guys before, and then you see their tweets. You're like,
yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Don't drag me into this, Dylan. For check, I gotta see these people.
You're just an interviewer, man. You're good.
Yeah. No. So what do you call you?
You guys can tell Bisping's scared of getting in trouble with Danis. This is why I need to interview Danis, bro. This is why I need to interview Danis. And I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm doing right now. I gotta post the Taco Padilla short right now. I'm sorry, but I gotta post the Taco Padilla short before it's too late. I can't post it tomorrow, bro. That'll be a full week since the fight took place. I gotta get this one out right now. So just stick with me for a sec, and then we're gonna move into the Buck versus Pat Downey promo.
You were two-time champ, right?
Yeah. Well, one-time champ, defended it once and then lost it in the second defense.
I was at that fight. I was at that
GSP.
Fight.
Yeah, it was a performance. I had one eye. I had busted ribs.
One thing I got to give you credit for. I don't know. Is that real? You actually you fought with one eye?
Yeah, for about 10 fights. But
how is that possible? How can you
It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult.
One thing I don't give credit where it's not due.
Yeah. I mean, look, listen. This is the card we've been dealt in life. This is what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter.
Doesn't mean that's not impressive.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
one eye, seeing punches coming from that side,
yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but it is what it is. It's what we do. Right. Well, listen. So what's going to happen this week then? Are you going to the fight? Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to the fight. I'm going to freaking. Well, I don't want to say too much because the UFC is going to ban me from going, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll have some fun. You know,
all right.
Fun. Well, you know, I mean, I'm going to watch the fights, enjoy the fights, and I hope that it's a great card. I mean, I love going to the fights. You know, it should be me and Islam as main event. That would be the biggest selling part of fucking all time, and all New York would come out, every single celebrity. So, UFC's fucking up. I don't know.
You got to beat Anthony Taylor, then you've got to get in the UFC, then you've got to work
like Chris
your way
Lieben
up.
for you. You know what I mean? Listen. I don't know, or who else did you fight? I forgot. Man, he's funny. So okay, yeah. Who's the easier fight for you?
Your Wi-Fi is terrible, bro.
Is
your signal's so bad?
Sorry.
You're breaking up like a monster. No, it's okay.
I'm afraid else. Sorry.
Is that your house? Is that where you live?
Yeah.
It's a nice little spot. Where are you? Are you in New York City?
Living good, buddy. Living good.
Living good? Living good?
I can't be saying that right now with all these daggies around here trying to murder me.
You got to be careful. Hey, Dylan, enjoy the week.
As some of the guys at the gym tell me.
We'll have to do this again sometime. Enjoy the week. Good luck against Anthony.
100%. I'm sorry about the Wi-Fi.
No, don't be silly. Don't be silly. And as I said this, and I got a little bit of shit for saying it because I do like specialists being in the UFC.
Yeah.
I love to see that. And just lately, a lot of the specialists that certainly come from the jiu-jitsu world, it hasn't really been paying off. Like, oh God, my mind's gone blank now. What was his name?
Mackenzie Drake. Oh, you're talking about
the heavyweight. Buchecha is great, but you know, just because.
No, but he doesn't have a good no-gi. He doesn't have a no-gi game. You know, one thing about Buchecha, I'll tell you a little funny story before we go. But ADCC.
Don't be talking about Buchecha. He's a great guy, man.
The owners of ADCC, I don't want to verse this guy because if I lose to him, I'll never hear the end of it because he talks so much shit. So they changed the matches. So I was actually supposed to verse Buchecha in the first round of ACC. That one I fought Gordon. But he's not a good no-gi guy. He's more of like a gi guy. But Hidalgo's played both this weekend, which I am very excited for. I was just on Hidalgo. I like Hidalgo a lot. That's a very cool for what 3-time NCAA champion against one of the best jiu-jitsu guys ever. I mean, he's more of a gi guy, but still for a grappler, that's like it's a crazy fight. And you know how this one's going to go. It's not going to go to the ground. That's how it always happens.
Yeah, no, for sure. Bo Nickal's probably going to use the rest to keep the fight on the feet, and then we get 2 grapplers swinging it out. Exactly.
Which is stupid because like me, like I'll go and trim card. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind being on my back. Like I have really good submissions off my back. Like I come from Marcelo Garcia. Like so it's a different game. My no-gi game is different than these guys. But no, I say a lot of shit. But it's going to happen. Just watch. I'm going to tell you, watch. I will be UFC champion, and then we're going to have this call, and you're going to be like, you're right. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck to you. I hope that happens. And I hope next time we do talk, I hope the Wi-Fi is better. I don't know if it's your end or maybe it's my end, to be fair, but it's been it's great. It's perfect now, but it's been really bad at times. So
hopefully
we'll figure it out. My editor will figure it out. He'll get through it all. Yeah, my editor will.
If anything, we could just do clips too and.
Yeah, exactly. No, my editor will figure it all out. Dylan, I appreciate your time, brother.
I appreciate it, brother. Always good talking to you, brother.
Watch out for those daggies, man. They're going to get you.
Hey, next time you come to New York, just make sure you check in first. Because last time, you had to check in late. Next time, just call me and just make sure it's all good,
I apologize. I'll end the recording.
Perfect timing. As soon as this ended, I just posted it. Now we'll go to IG and we'll check out Pat Downey talking to Buck. Pat Downey's message to Buck. But before we do that, I'll read some of the chats. I'm sure you guys will see. Hopefully you guys didn't roast me too hard for working during that video. That's my bad, but it had to get done, boys. It had to get done. Don't go to NYC unless you check in with Dylan. Literally how he ended the interview with Bisping. I do like Dylan, but he embarrassed himself against Logan Paul after all that trash talk. Mark Hatch, I can't disagree with you, bro. Miata boy could chin Dylan. Miata boy, give me your height and weight, bro. Give me your height and weight. I want to know Miata boy's height and weight. Based off the car itself, I would imagine Miata boy at max, like 5'10", 170. Max. That's max Miata boy, I think. Danis is a legend. Just ask him. He is. Dylan Danis is a legend. Dylan Danis is a bigger name. I'm not saying he's a better fighter, but Dylan Danis is a bigger name than 90% of the UFC roster. Who cares if they were a featherweight at one point? They were known as 55ers in their primes. Okay, Tyler Betts. Okay. But you know how we were talking about earlier about how the UFC, right, they're not super slick with how they match people up. Was that intentional by the matchmakers? Keep giving big old 55 Islam, right? Former 45ers. That would be my question. A little devil's advocate. Or since we just watched Bisping, devil's avocado. If you know, you know. But that is what I would say. I find it a little bit coincidental that every single one of Islam's opponents are former 45-pounders, essentially. His point is they weren't born with the power of the heavier weights. Good point, but Islam is more dangerous on the ground. So yeah, I feel like maybe the matchmakers were up to something, giving him those matchups with the former 45ers. I don't know. Obviously, you can't do much about like Charles because he was champ at the time. But like Poirier, Moicano. Money Moik did fight at 45, but he was way too big. He's big for 55. Money is big. I just name dropped Moicano too. First time Islam fighting someone his own size. Islam cuts lots of weight to fight smaller guys. This is the first time he fights someone his own size. Richie, okay. I mean, we all know Islam is a big-ass 55er. Big-ass 55er. I respect your point, Richie. Start your message to Danis. I hear you're a living legend, and he'll do it. Stu, all right. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. That's bookmarked. We got to play into Danis's narcissism a little bit. Is that what you're saying, Stu? Play into Danis's narcissism? I don't remember, but they cut Dylan for the Conor bust thing, didn't they? Well, they never signed Dylan. It's a personality trait for Bisping. He does the same thing to everyone, even DC. Okay, Richie, okay. You know, Bisping's personality, sometimes I love it. I'm going to be real. Sometimes I love Bisping's personality, and sometimes I fucking hate it. Sometimes Bisping even reminds me of like a soy boy. You know? And I don't know if it's because he got like a wife and a daughter or something, but sometimes Bisping does kind of like strike me as a soy boy. But then other times I fucking love him. Anyone else ever feel that way with Bisping? Do another interview with Buckley. We're working on it, MGAL. We're working on it. I'm going to talk to Joaquin probably on Saturday. But I already talked to him after his fight got booked. We just be texting and shit, bro. But I think he's busy. He got like kids and stuff. And I think, you know, this week would have been a perfect time to get him on, right? If you guys been in the streams over the last few days, I was saying we're going to get Joaquin on Sunday until this shit got announced. Now he's going up against Pat. He's got a big experience disadvantage, you know? And so I feel like he got to lock in until the 29th and sharpen up the wrestling skills. I don't think an interview is really going to do him too much favors right now. Unfortunately. That's why I think right now the best we can settle for with Joaquin is to phone him when I interview Pat Downey. I'm going to reach out to Pat Downey for an interview. And then I'm going to try to phone Buck while we're doing the interview. get a little clip for you boys. But after this match concludes, I think that will be the time to get Joaquin on. After this match concludes. But it's just one of those things, you know, I really want him to react to the welterweight fights that take place on Saturday, tomorrow. But I don't know if he wants all that attention with this match coming up. But it's like, bro, if we wait till the end of this match on the 29th to react to fucking UFC 322, it's too late. So I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place right now with my next Buckley interview, bro. I'm going to keep it real. I thought it was all lining up until this match got announced, and it threw a fucking wrench in it. But, M-Gal, just know this, all right? This is what I'll say, M-Gal. I'll promise you this, okay? And Buck better not make me look fucking bad for this. But I can pretty much promise you the first interview that Joaquin will do will be mine. Now, you might see him do a Real American Freestyle interview for the promotion that he's competing for. That doesn't fucking count. I'm talking about the first independent interview he will do, the sit down to talk about everything, will be with me, okay? I don't know when that will be, but I can pretty much promise you the first one will be with me. So you can rest assured of that. Timing's everything, boys. Remember that. Timing is everything, boys. Does Dennis have a story where not a ba beast of a fighter? What up, player? What up, Hustle Bones? What up, playa? I know. It's going to be tough, right? This, what's his name? Anthony Taylor? If Anthony Taylor beats Dylan, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I never even considered that. Never even considered the Anthony Taylor-Danis fight result. But now that you say that, Louis, I'm going to be fucking heated if Dylan Danis loses to Taylor. I mean, shit, Dylan Danis is going to be fucking pissed. I don't even know if he can sleep after that. Danis cringed, but not wrong about Ali. Shout out to Ariel for that Ali take the other day, by the way. Talking about Ali submitting Aiden Ross. That was some clown shit, bro. Let your fighters get the rub. Ariel did hit the nail on the head with that one. Dennis has McDonald's Wi-Fi. That shit pissed off Bisping low-key. This is hard to watch. Dylan probably wants too much money for Dana to sign him. Potentially. Dylan really needs to be like, fuck the money, bro. Let me get in the UFC. Don't over-negotiate yourself, Dylan. If I could give you one piece of advice, get your ass in the UFC, bro. Don't over-negotiate. You're starting at way too much of a disadvantage with that whole Khabib incident. 5'6", 170, I think. Okay, Miata boy. Got you. You can't be too tall in a Miata. That's why I could never drive a Miata. Bisping, Ian Gary is what you're saying. Yeah, kinda. I am. Bisping became soy boy, bro. Out of the love for his wife and his daughter, I think Bisping became slightly soy boy. Moicano dropped Islam in round 1. Anything is possible. Did he, bro? What the hell? I don't even remember that shit. You can bet Danis would fight for 12-12 if he got a shot. Yeah, bro. Dylan, take the 12-12. Shit, give him like 20. Give him 50K. Give him 50K. Give him 24-24. Let him take that. 24-24. He's not on the level. I know he's a fucking troll and shit like that. But like, I guess, star-wise, I don't know if that's the right word to use for Dylan, but star-wise, you know, he's not like one of those guys coming off Contender. Like, he does bring a fan base. He does bring attention. And if a fight gets booked, he's just going to bring more. All right. No, he slipped, but he did get dropped by Volk 3 times, though. Yeah, Volk gave him his toughest fight, and Volk is a 45er. So let's see what JDM does. You know? What do you guys think about this little comparison? JDM striking, Volkanovski striking. If Volkanovski gave Islam a ton of problems on the feet, what do we think JDM can do to Islam on the feet, right? And I guess to conclude that, what would JDM do to Volk on the feet? Would JDM beat the shit out of Volk on the feet type of thing? Because if that's the case, then I think we might be leaning towards JDM beating the shit out of Islam on the feet. Or is that just bullshit MMA math? You tell me. All I'm saying, though, is if JDM starches Volk in training on the feet, why couldn't he do that to Islam? Give him Ronda Rousey. Fucking A, Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey hates Joe Rogan. Never seen Dylan fight. Well, even if you did, the thing is, Meon Boy, even if you did watch Dylan fight, you haven't seen him fight because he doesn't really. Well, first off, the fights that have not been bullshit, they last like 5 seconds. And then that Logan Paul fight, he didn't even fight. He stepped in the ring, but he didn't fight. Dylan thinks he's Nate Diaz, but he hasn't put in the work to get that respect. Nah, I hear you, Richie. He doesn't have the resume to get that respect. Danis knows how to troll, though. He knows how to get attention. He knows how to get headlines. Okay, so Stu going, I have Islam, but the more you talk, the more I'm thinking JDM. Yeah, I'm just kind of presenting the points, you know? Miata Boy sparked that thought in my head with how Islam did against Volk. You know what I mean? I don't think Volk want to see JDM in the gym. So shit, bro. On top of that, JDM got like, what, a half an inch height advantage? Maybe he got a reach advantage too? Let's take a look. .73-inch reach, 5'11", 29 years old. 70-inch reach, 5'10", 34 years old. Something tells me Islam is really like 5'9". Don't ask me why. I just feel like they would lie an inch. I just feel like they would lie an inch. But also look at this, right? 34, JDM 29, as I just said. Let's take a look at how old Volk was in their first one. So that's February 2023, right? So that's basically 2 years ago. So we'll de-age Volk 2 years. So at the time when Volk and Islam fought the first time, Volk was 35, Islam was 31. 32. Now Islam 34. So just think about it like this, right? Islam was 32. Volk was 35 when they fought the first time, right? 32-year-old versus a 35-year-old. Now we got a 29-year-old versus a 34-year-old. A bigger age gap. 5 years. 5 years. I don't got to pick yet, but the more I talk, bro, JDM holds a lot of advantages in this fight. The only advantage JDM doesn't hold off the top of the dome is the grappling advantage. But if JDM can defend these takedowns, what next for Islam? Let me know what you boys think. I feel like sometimes with fighters, I will just like almost remember them in their prime, but I feel like it's important to remember like Islam is like 2 years older than he was even when he fought Volk, and Volk gave him trouble, and Volk almost beat him. That was 2 years ago. Now Islam's 2 years older than that. Maybe he got one more little nagging injury, right? He's also had how many fights since that? 1, 2, 3. So more wear and tear. I don't know. Could it be Islam's time is up? He went for too much? Who knows if Islam could keep making 55 anyway? That'll be all my takes as far as this main event, though. And we will do the Buckley fucking Pat Downey thing. We will get there. Does Dylan fight at 170 in MMA? I think so. I think so, Louis. If Islam wins, I already know how he will do it, and I can show you. Oh my God, Miata boy, what the hell does that mean? Miata boy, how the fuck are you gonna show me how Islam does it? You're gonna lay on top of me? Jesus Christ, Miata boy, that's some wild shit. JDM can't be grabbed. If he does, he's in trouble. My biggest concern is if JDM goes to the ground. Saw Dylan and Bellator win by heel hook once. I know. He's shown flashes of brilliance. You know, he has. Unfortunately, it's only been like 10 seconds of brilliance. He's entertaining, but needs to go to DWCS. That would be cool. Danis on Contender would work. No, I fuck with that, Richie. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Why not? A little warm up too. A little pre-show before the big show. Scratch DWCS's back, right? Give your viewership to Dana White's Contender Series. Like, do Dana a favor, then Dana will do you a favor. Because Contender Series is going to get a boost if Dylan goes on there. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. Pull up JDM versus Bilal, go to 5th round. 22 seconds. Miata boy, we just got copyrighted once already. I don't know if I could do that. I'm going to try. I'm a fucking try, homie. Maybe we'll just have to settle for a screenshot. You say 5th round, 22 seconds. You know, boys, I was tapped in on this fight when it happened. I was in a hotel room, just fucking sitting on the chair watching the shit on my phone. This was a great fight. This was a really great fight. I couldn't say one negative thing about this fight. This fight was so fucking good, bro. I'm glazing the fuck out of this fight right now. You say 22 seconds, right? Let me pause it at 22 seconds. Into, wait, what is it? Bill, I'll go to 5th round at 0:22. So at the end of the 5th round. Miata boy. So you're saying right here. We can't watch it, bro, unfortunately. But let me make the screen black and let me just look at it. Right hook, left hook to the body, left hook to the head, right uppercut to the head, left hook to the head, right hand. So you're saying when JDM fires off a combo and backs up, that's when Islam should shoot? If you look, though, JDM is controlling the distance very well here. You know what I mean? You can't shoot this far, bro. And I think JDM is privy. Like, all right, if I separate, I'm all the way in or I'm all the way out type of thing. Never in this middle ground. Wait, can you see my mouse? Never in the middle ground. JDM all the way in or all the way out. Bilal wouldn't dream of taking a shot on him right here. He knows better. You got to get a little bit closer than that. But if he does throw slow kicks, I mean, come on. Islam probably got an instinct by now just to grab that shit. So, he could get taken down if he has slow kicks. If Islam finishes Jack, he will gain my respect. But if it's controversial decision win and Islam calls out Usman, then I will say that's weak. Richie, you're spitting. You're spitting, Richie. You're spitting low-key. Richie, I want to know who you think the winner of this fight should call out then. If you're feeling like Usman not it, I would like to know who you got the winner of who do you want to face the champ next? The winner of Brady versus Morales or the winner of Shit, you know what I'm talking about. Leon versus Carlos. I don't really think Leon's close to a title shot, and I also don't really think Morales is close to a title shot, if I'm being real. Shit, I don't even think Prates is close to a title shot, bro. That's just my take a little bit. Like, sure, I mean, the only person I could really stick up for and be like, yeah, he could get it, is Brady. I keep surprising myself, bro, having Brady's back this week. Keep surprising myself. Never would have thought this day would come. So you're saying bet on JDM? I'm saying bet on JDM, bro. Mark, I'm saying the safe money might be on JDM. If you bet on Islam, you're really just betting that Islam's going to take him down and control him over the course of 5 rounds. 25 minutes is a long time, bro. And yes, Hamzat did that to DDP, but Hamzat young. Islam 34 years old. When does Islam turn 35? He just turned 34. Okay, so he's a young 34. Just like me, I'm a young 29. I'm a young 29. All right, let me see here. Remember, everyone thought DDP was going to lose to Izzy. This is the same thing. Interesting. Although DDP and oh yeah, they did. My bad. But he's like the old pure jiu-jitsu fighters, and it's hard to be competitive against good fighters with just that now. I hear you, Louie. I hear you. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like, damn. They're both one-dimensional in their own way. This got to be the best striker versus grappler matchup you could dream up. They're primarily striker, primarily grappler, but they're both pretty fucking good at their weakness. I wouldn't even use the word weakness for Islam in striking. He's just more of a grappling specialist. JDM landing punches at 22, yeah. I think Bilal has better cardio than Islam. Shit. Richie, that might be the first time I disagree with you tonight. We never seen it. But I would hope that Islam has better cardio than Bilal. I would hope. And I'm only basing that off of just assuming that when Islam and Bilal trained, Islam was a top dog. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that. When Islam and Bilal trained, Islam was a top dog. Because remember, Islam wanted to fight fucking Bilal. He's like, fuck it, if we're friends, bro. We got to fight for that belt. Meanwhile, Bilal's like, I don't want to. Nah, when JDM throws that front kick. Okay, Miata boy. Wait, let me look. Ah, yeah. Okay, I see it, Miata boy. That's what we would call Miata boy. Hold up, let me. Damn. I'm trying to pause it on it. Miata boy, what I'll say is that's what we call. Oh, motherfucker. I can't believe I showed you guys that. Miata boy, that's what I'll call a lazy teep kick, yeah. So if JDM throws out any lazy kicks, I think Islam will capitalize. I do. So if JDM's coaches haven't game planned that yet, they definitely need to be telling him, look, man, no lazy kicks. Although this was round 5 with the last 20 seconds, I'd be curious to see how often JDM was throwing lazy kicks in the first few rounds of the fight. I'll rewatch this fight tonight, boys. I'll rewatch this fight tonight. Before bed type shit. But I like the breakdown right now. Gilbert was a 55er, so who cares? Gilbert was a true 55er. Oh, and you're just saying because Gilbert moved up to 70 and lost to JDM. I get it. Jack knocked out Burns with a knee, shooting for a takedown. He did. With a broken forearm, too. Respect. I got you, Tyler, about the 45er conspiracy. No, that's a good argument. I actually looked down on JDM a little bit for how he was like getting his ass beat by Gilbert for a lot of that fight, though, if I'm being real. Like, I'm more on that side. I had to, boys. I had to. I had to. Just know I'm only doing that because I went live for you boys early tonight, alright? I put things aside to go live for you boys, so if I gotta take a couple bites, I'm sorry. Morales, Sean Brady, winner. Okay, Richie. And it's like, who else does Morales have to beat if he gets past Sean Brady? I get it. Islam versus Usman fire, though. I mean, yeah, I do think it's fire. I do think Islam versus Usman is fire. You know, you got Ian Gary versus Bilal next week. Here's the problem with this shit, right? I don't think Bilal deserves a title shot with the win over Ian. I don't think Morales... Okay, Morales, I'm going to cut him some slack. He can get a title shot with the win over Brady, I guess. But I really don't think Prates or Leon deserve a title shot when they win. So I guess the three people who I think, with a win, who could be next for a title shot would be Sean Brady, Ian Gary, or Michael Morales. But something I'm really fucking pissed about. I'm fucking pissed that Ian Gary and Sean Brady didn't fight for the fucking #1 real contender fight. And there's a lot to it, bro. I can't get fully into it, but essentially, in a nutshell, I think Brady dicked around Ian Gary fight, okay? And when it became time for Ian to fight Sean Brady down the line, Ian said, "Fuck you, bro. You dicked me around before. I'm not fighting you." Because if you guys do remember recently, you know, Ian's like, "Fuck Brady. I'm not fighting his ass." And I think it's because Brady's a little bit of a slime ball behind the scenes with negotiations, boys. He is. I've said the point too many times in the past, but just know, I'll say it one more time. Brady called out Ian Gary last September, okay, to fight. Ian Gary was fighting in December, right? When Colby wouldn't accept it against him. Last December, Ian Gary needed an opponent because Colby wouldn't accept against him. Hence why Ian Gary and fucking Buck got booked initially. Right? Stick with me here, though. Stick with me. Sean Brady is the one who called him out after his win over Gilbert Burns. After he beat Gilbert Burns, Brady, he said, "I want to fight Ian Gary next. We got the same manager. Let's make this shit happen." Well, how come in December, when Ian Gary needed a fucking opponent, Sean Brady didn't throw his name in the hat? Why did Joaquin have to step up after fighting in fucking November? You know what I mean? Joaquin steps up on fucking 30 days notice type shit. Not even 30 days notice, 30 days in between fucking fights. There's a huge difference between 30 days notice and 30 days in between fucking fights. And Brady never fucking peeped out his mouth until, right? Because fast forward a little bit, Ian Gary and Buckley ended up getting removed from their fight, right? Buckley got booked against Colby. Ian Gary got booked against Shavkat, right? As soon as both those fights are over in December, all of a sudden Brady pops out to do interviews now, right? All of a sudden Brady pops out to do interviews now. So I think that's what, that was some slime ball shit from Brady. You know, more context to that, Colby Covington came off the couch too. Colby Covington came off the couch because he was doing that whole Donald Trump election presidency run. Colby wasn't training. As soon as that shit ended, Colby ends up signing to fight Joaquin, right? So you're telling me they dragged out Colby, but they never even offered that shit to Brady? Please, bro, please. I bet you they thought in their mind, it'll be easier to get Brady to take this fight than it'll be for Colby. And to their surprise, Brady said no for some odd reason. I think it's because he was saying he was having a kid or something like that. And then they ended up going to Colby and begging him to take the fight against Joaquin. So personally, that's why I don't really like Brady. Because he makes these call-outs and then like he's like, nah, it's not the right timing for me. He's like one of the daggies, bro. Like with the whole, oh no, I'm not going to fight on a Ramadan and all this shit. Everybody always got to fight on my time. Step up. Do something for someone. That's why I always say about Brady, Mr. Do nothing for no one. Do nothing for no one. That's my rant on Brady, though. That is my fucking rant on Brady. And it's been a minute since I said that all. But, you know, earlier in the year, I was fucking going off about that shit. Morales is 18-0, so if he finishes Brady, then he should get the shot, I believe. Shit, if he finishes Brady, what I'm going to say. If he finishes Brady. Islam Lil Bros, JDM. Tyler, okay, all right. The confidence is crazy, Tyler. When he throws that kick, he like stands straight up and then moves back to orthodox. Hard to explain. Well, hey, if Islam's watching that film, I'm sure he sees it too. Yeah, Islam can throw 100%. I'm sorry, I meant Dylan. Oh yeah, Louis talking about Dylan. I got you. Want JDM to win, but the only way he's going to win is behind the black line. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got a lot more respect on JDM's hands after what he did to Bilal. But I know that Islam's a better striker than Bilal. No friends on the mat. Hell no. Why is Buckley doing a random wrestling match? I think because nobody's calling him out. He's at a standstill. He doesn't see a fight coming up anytime soon. So he's sharpening the wrestling skills. Joaquin posted about like 3 weeks ago he would be down to compete in RAF. And they must have seen it. Corey Anderson pulled out and they're like, all right, Buck, you really want to compete in RAF? He said, yeah. Adriano Martinez 5'10". That's why Islam started cherry picking short guys. All right, Mark Hatch. I like that. I like your logic. Shout out Adriano Martinez, one of the best right hook knockouts in UFC history. Maybe the best. Burns a dog. Burns used to be a dog. Burns has better submissions than Hamzat. Didn't even grapple him. Oliveira 5'11". Okay, so Stu goes 2 split decisions, a decision, and a KO JDM last fight. No, these are great points. And honestly, boys, when JDM fought Kevin Holland, I wasn't that impressed with JDM's performance. You know, I really wasn't. But JDM also, with that being said, JDM strikes me as the kind of guy who rises to the occasion of his opponent, if that makes sense to you. And, you know, Kevin Holland, we all know. It's no secret. I'm not going to bash the guy, but you guys know what I want to say. And basically, JDM just rose to the level of Kevin Holland. But I think JDM is the type of guy, he rises to the level of his opponent. So I'm not going to trip too hard on that, Stu. But that is a fair assessment, you know. Like I said, the Gilbert Burns fight, I was a little bit disappointed in him. Kevin Holland, I was a little bit disappointed. I think if Ian wins, he gets the shot. And if Ian loses, Bilal versus Carlos winner gets a title shot. Okay. Honestly, man, yeah, I think Ian deserves it more than Brady, boys. I really genuinely 100% do. Also, Ian's the one stepping up to fight the former champ. Ian's the one fighting him in a main event. Ian's the one going to Qatar. All right? I'm just putting all that out there because a lot of guys don't want to go to Qatar. You know? Sometimes guys don't want to go 5 rounds. Ian Gary literally accepts everything the UFC gives him. And you have to respect it. Cuck or not, you know? Cuck or not. Ian Gary's a cuck, but he ain't no duck. Cuck because Brady only fights once or twice a year. I know, and that shit pisses me off. Because you have other guys turning around, you know what I mean, taking opportunities, risking their spot, scratching the UFC's back when they need it, and Brady, Mr. Entitled, just thinks he can get away with 1 or 2 fights a year. But look, it's all caught up to him. He submitted Leon, and he's fighting Michael Morales. You cannot sum it up better than that. He didn't even get the Bilal rematch, right? In Qatar, in the main event. Ian got that. Why? Because Ian scratches the UFC's back more. Bilal old in fighter years. He's older than Islam. How old is Bilal? Is Bilal like fucking 36? $37, damn, bro. 1988? Jeez Louise, bro. This dude's almost a decade older than me. July 9th, my birthday is 5 days after his. Damn, 1988 is crazy, bro. 1988 is wild. Bilal ain't just old in fighter years. He's old in fucking human years, bro. Who got the bigger resume, though? Bigger record. 15-4 in the UFC, so, but 24-4 overall. And then what's Islam? 16-1. 27-1. So Bilal does have like a few more fights than Islam, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close as far as total fights go. With Morales and Brady fighting on the same card, they line up timing-wise to fight whoever is champ. Timing is key. Yes, Richie, but at the same time, there's no difference between Ian Gary and Bilal fighting next week. That timing is no different, you know? I think that's why the UFC did that. They're like, whoever performs better, we're going to give it to that person. But honestly, I think Ian's going to get it if he beats Bilal. And yeah, timing normally is key, but if you're fighting, that's like if the other guy fights like a month removed. When Ian's fighting a week later, it's fine. A week isn't a big difference. Did he want the fight, or is Uncle Dana having the say-so? I'm not sure who you're talking about, Stu. So John Jones, give me 12 months. Y'all never seen this type of Islam? I never seen this type of Islam. His personality's coming out, Balling. Shout out Balling. Welcome to the chat, homie. JDM goes straight backwards. I'm going to rewatch JDM's fight tonight. Kai, knock him. Did you kiss your dad on the lips? What the fuck, bro? Like Tom Brady style? I don't think so, bro. I don't think I kissed my dad on the lips Tom Brady style, homie. Did you kiss your dad on the lips is crazy. Ian took the smart path to the title shot. Lose to Shavkat, but get respect for taking it short notice. I mean, I guess, Tyler, but I feel like Ian's been thrown around so much by the UFC. There's no plan for Ian. Like, I don't think Ian navigated a smart path. He said yes to everything. Like, everything he said yes to. Fight Joaquin Buckley since Colby won't fight you. Okay. Never mind. We want you to fight a week later, and we want it to be against Shavkat. Okay. Okay. Then later on, the next year, go ahead and fight Carlos Prates, right? Okay. Now go weigh in the following week for JDM versus Bilal. Okay. Hey, can you headline UFC Qatar in a foreign country against Bilal? Okay. You got to respect Ian Gary, bro. You got to respect Ian Gary. Who's taking more damage? Question mark. JDM. Nah, Stu, you're right about that. Stu, you are right. So then in fighter years, right, JDM, you know, the damage makes you older. The damage makes you older for sure, bro. The wear and tear on the body makes you older. JDM coming off that staph infection. He had the broken forearm not too long ago. what, around 18 months ago or something, maybe 12. All that, you know, ages you, drains you. If we're talking fighter years. Ian has beat ranked 9, 10, 13. He's been putting in work. He lost to Rakhmonov, though. Good loss, though, honestly. No, yeah, man. Ian, like I said, bro, you know what I mean? I'm just joking. But Ian might be a cuck, but he ain't no duck, bro. And I respect Ian. I respect Ian. The 10-7 MMA, Ian will smoke Bilal. I mean, I'm leaning towards Ian to win that fight for sure. Ian's been on a crazy rise, bro. Is Jake actually going to fight Anthony Joshua? Crazy if true. Nah, Richie, I've been meaning to tell you guys that. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. And you got like Homa Fight posting like that shit's official. Like, bro, get right with yourself. That shit ain't official. And this is why I don't think it's official. Thank you for bringing that up, homie. Thank you for bringing that up. I meant to tell you guys that last night. This is why I don't think it's official. But it's like, why even waste our breath on this for, like, you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, are you kidding me? This is it right here. So yesterday, this is why I wanted to tell you guys it yesterday. Because Jake Paul tweeted yesterday at, what time? 2:18 p.m. yesterday. Not holding my breath for 2025. What this means, if you guys aren't familiar, is after the Tank fight got canceled, Jake and his team made a statement saying, we will for sure fight in 2025. We will for sure fight before 2025 is over, even though the Tank fight got canceled. Now he's saying, not holding my breath for 2025. Looks like he's walking back that statement. Funny that he's walking back that statement on the same day he is allegedly booked against Joshua. This is why I'm telling you guys, the whole in the works thing is fucking stupid. Oh, and I get it. They're trying to gauge the fan base to see if they should really go through with it. Fuck them. Fuck them, bro. If you got to gauge the fan base, then fuck that fight. How about that? If you got to gauge the fan base, then fuck that fight. We don't got to gauge the fucking fan base in the UFC, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? Gauge it. If you even got to think about whether or not people are going to be interested in that, then it ain't fucking it. It ain't fucking it. But yeah. I don't think Jake's fighting Joshua, bro. Everybody's tripping. Everybody's tripping, bro. I feel like they don't like think for themselves or something. They see some guy report it and they're like, oh my God, I gotta like re-say what he said. It's like, please, dude. Please have your own brain. He always said he had like a 5-fight plan to the title shot or something. Talking about Ian or something like that. It worked, not taking anything away from him though, giving him props. Nah, for sure. Ian's, like I said, you know, Ian's a beast, bro. Respect to Ian. See, Joe Parker got popped for coke. I saw that, bro. What, the day of his fight or something like that, right? We could look it up. The thing about Jake fighting Joshua is if he loses, it won't affect him much because he will just say, I lost to a heavyweight champion that is bigger than him. Even if he loses, it's a win-win. I know, and that's why I hate the Jake Paul fights, because they're just pure copes, bro. They're pure copes. And then on the other side of it, he's willing to fight a fucking Tank Davis. And then if he beats Tank, he's going to be like, I broke boxing. Boxing's not real. And completely ignore all the advantages he walked into the fight with. That's why, low-key, like, that's the one thing I really dislike about Jake, bro. He's really disingenuous with his promotion. Really disingenuous, bro. And that shit pisses me the fuck off. Anyone being disingenuous pisses me off, as a matter of fact. No way Jake beats AJ, only if they give him an extra 20 mil. Honestly, I just want to see Jake get knocked out by AJ. Honestly. For talking like that, bro, okay, fine. Like, you know what I mean? Go find out then, bro. Go find out. Go fucking find out. Talking your way into that shit. Go find out then, bro. Okay, fine. You know what? I think Jake got it. Go fight Anthony Joshua. Let's see what happens. You can't be coping after you're fucking flatlined on the mat, can you? All that coping. All that coping when you're flatlined on the mat? I don't think so. But is he willing to fight him and take the damage that will most likely happen? No, I think Jake's latched himself onto Joshua's name and clout chasing a little bit, bro. That's what I really think. That's what I really think. I think he's latching himself onto his name and clout chasing. So is Dustin juicing EJ? I mean, I think it's safe to say. I think it's safe to say Dustin's juicing. He can't pass a drug test. It's either that or he's on some fucking like some narcotics. Jake's beating AJ, honestly. EJ, you are tripping, bro. You are fucking tripping. Tank boxes, women's tour, booking Tank versus Ngannou. Okay, Miata boy, that's fine. That's fine. We can go Tank versus Ngannou. Just Jake followed the Conor trail. Just talk shit and get BS fights for big bucks. Stu, yeah, he did. That is correct, Stu. Jake Paul's biggest inspiration in life was Conor McGregor. You can tell. You know it was. I know he goes at McGregor now, but just believe me when I say, when Jake first got into boxing, he wanted to be like McGregor. Really bad. I know it, bro. I know it. Okay, there was two things. We're going to look into Joe Parker popping for Coke, but before that, we're just going to watch Pat Downey and Joaquin promoting their fight a little bit.
Good morning, IG. We smoking on that Joaquin Buckley pack. 2 weeks, November 29th. Real American Freestyle 3 in Chi-Town coming to you soon. I'm so excited for this matchup. But, man, big respect to Buckley because he's coming from the UFC. Got out-wrestled in his last fight. And he's making the effort to close that skill gap. You gotta respect it because I've done the same. Started in Bellator, my first MMA debut, and then grappling Gordon Ryan as my debut in jiu-jitsu, then competing, winning IBJJFs, CJI, you name it, all these other promotions. So it's really humbling to start over, but it's something that has to be done if you want to be the best possible combat athlete you can be. So make sure you click the link in my bio. RAF3, get your Fox Nation subscription or get your tickets. Good morning, IG. We smoking on that.
Let's go, EJ. Thanks for the sub, homie. Thanks for the sub. Glad to have you in here, homie. We're live every night. You just found a new source for entertainment, EJ. Live every night. Shout out EJ. Bellator has some great fights. All right, let's look at Buckley's response.
Good morning, IG. We smoking on that Joaquin Buckley pack. 2 weeks, November 29th. Real American Freestyle 3 in Chi-Town coming to you soon. I'm so excited for this matchup. But, man, big respect to Buckley because...
That's real cute. You smoking on that Buckley pack. I like that. But, no, at the end of the day, it's all respect. You know, I'm definitely the type of person that looks for a challenge, that want to test himself, right, and go out there on the biggest stage and do it. Look, and you one of the best in your field when it comes to wrestling, and I really feel like with me going out there and me putting on a good competitive match, it's going to show people and show the world how great I am, right? But don't get it twisted, though. I ain't just going in there to try my best. I'm coming in there to beat you, fam.
If I lived in St. Louis, I would pull up to this spot. Buckley giving up his spot, I would pull up to this bitch in an instant.
Right? So please get ready for this matchup because if you keep smoking on that Buckley pack, man, I promise you, boy, you're going to ruin your lungs.
Before EJ gets out of here, I appreciate it, EJ. I appreciate it. And I will be live for the fights tomorrow, bro, so I'll see you there. I will see you there, homie. Peace out, EJ.
Yeah. But look, to show y'all my dedication and how far I was willing to go to make sure that we get ready, we just got these in. Shout out to Resolite. Got me these wrestling mats right here. Y'all already see it.
The one thing I'll say, though, is it's like, Buck, you just got these in? Like, you just did? I thought you might have had these already. But it is what it is.
New Manson on the mats. Yeah. It's lit. This is the start, and this is something that is going to begin the journey of me becoming the world champion. Because that was one missing piece that I had from my last fight, which was Usman. But I promise y'all now, I never miss that again. And I'm going to show y'all all the work that we've been putting in this whole time once I go up against Pat Downey. So don't y'all miss out, man. November 29th, going to be crazy. Let's get it.
Pat goes, well said, my guy. Matt's too hard. Joaquin goes, keep smoking for me, okay? The one thing about Buck, once there's beef, there's no going back. I don't think they got a legit beef, but the slightest, you know what I mean? Once the beef is on the grill, it's already on the grill. But yeah, this is going to be a good match. And fighters should take fucking notice. Look at Pat coming on Instagram, right? Then look at Joaquin taking his reel, remixing it, reacting to it. You know what I mean? These are the guys that I like to push in the community. Like, I'm tired of doing these other fighters' jobs for them. You know what I mean? And just glazing the fuck out of them, posting all their stupid ass shit. Like, I'd rather repost this stuff. I'd rather react to this stuff. Like, not like all the little things people react to as far as the other fighters go who don't really do this kind of thing. You feel me? Yeah, good shit, though. I think Joaquin posted one other thing. Give me a second. Because Joaquin posted, like, a highlight video of him training. Like, down blocking and shit. Let me see. Here it is. Wait, hold on. Wow. Oh, my bad, my bad. Wait, let me just redo this so you guys can see it. This dude, I don't even know this dude, but I know his name is Congo, I'm pretty sure. And I just have a sneaky suspicion this dude's got a body under his belt. This dude at least got one body, boys, alright? This guy, Congo, at least got one body. I know it. I've been meaning to ask Joaquin how many bodies this guy got. I know he got at least one. I know it. Alright, moving on, though. That's a good down block drill right there. Shadow boxing. Oh shit, Pat better look out. Pat better look out for that right hook. Buck out his mind, bro. I'm telling you, he about to catch a body too. Once he goes back to the UFC, shit, he catching a body. Say what up to Buck, everybody. Say what up to Buck. Say what up to Buck. Shout out. You see the sweat, you see the grind, but what you don't see is the source behind it. God is the one fueling every step I take. Shout out to God. Shout out to Jesus. I'm in here sharpening iron, wrestling, grinding, leveling up in ways y'all ain't y'all ain't even ready for. I ain't running from no smoke. I'm running toward it. Every takedown, every sprawl, every sprint. It all comes from a purpose bigger than me. Because when God is your strength, you don't fear nothing. You don't fold, you don't break, you don't fold, you don't break, you rise, boys. You rise. Shit, that shit gave me chills, boys. I'm ready to rise. I'm ready to rise, boys. Bucko Madoff in the building, baby. Let's go. Bucko Madoff, let's go. Joaquin Bucko Madoff is back. Don't sleep on Bucko Madoff. I think I told you guys this last night, but Joaquin is the type of guy, as well as JDM, who rises to the occasion, bro. He thrives in opportunities like this. So if you guys think he's going to get starched, I mean, I know that Pat Downey on paper is definitely the better wrestler. And I'm not even saying that Joaquin's going to like win this shit. But I'm just saying, I think Joaquin will surprise people with his efforts for sure. And if people think he's going to get ragdolled, I don't really see that happening. But we'll see. We'll see. Pat is really fucking good, man. Pat Downey, and this is being genuine, keeping it a buck. Pat Downey has ragdolled, you know what I mean, better wrestlers than Joaquin, to be completely honest with you. Because he's done it on the world stage. But hey, what does that say about Joaquin if he can hold his own against Pat Downey, though? What does that say? It says he's made some improvements. And last thing I'll say, I don't think it was as much of a skill gap as you guys think with the Kamaru Usman fight. I think Joaquin underperformed a little bit in the wrestling department, if I'm keeping it a buck. I know he got wrestling, bro. I know he got it. 4 years of wrestling in high school, made it to the state tournament his senior year. He got decent wrestling, bro. Anyway, let's look at Joseph Parker with the fucking busted for coke. Wait, should we just go on X or something? I saw a couple chats like saying, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Jake versus Dustin was suddenly booked. No, that's like, shit. I wouldn't be surprised either, Tyler. Took the words out of my mouth. I wouldn't be surprised either. These dudes who like the blow, man. That blow's scary. I would not be doing blow. Oh, ho, 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 ho. 2025 Sniffer of the Year goes to Joseph Parker. A former award recipient, Kell Brook, has been stripped of his title as cousin Joseph takes over from here on. Wow. Damn, so Kell Brook was the official 2025 Sniffer of the Year. And now Joseph Parker took his spot. Here's the news report. But let me read some of the chats before I read the news report. Jake versus Connor. Stu, the thing, Connor ain't coming back, bro. Connor ain't coming back. Maybe if it was a different time, bro. But Connor ain't coming back. All right, I'm going to end this poll, though. I'm going to end this poll for you guys. Actually, I'll leave it up. Why not? I've heard of Joshua getting KO'd in training camp. Maybe if Joshua gets knocked into a coma and wakes up to fight Paul with brain damage. Yeah, maybe. And Louis, still, maybe. Maybe Jake would beat him. Maybe. That's how big of a disadvantage Jake would be at fighting a guy like AJ. The trash talk would be worthy. Nah, Jake versus Connor trash talk would be good. Bro, that's one thing Connor hasn't lost is his ability to entertain the fans on the mic. There is literally no one better than a McGregor. Well, shit. Maybe I might be up there, boys. I'm just kidding. Connor's really good. Problem is he's doing freestyle, not really good for MMA. Yeah, Miata boy, that's right. That's right. Folk style is a lot better for MMA. I like that, Miata boy. I see you're educated. He needs a mix of BJJ and freestyle and judo style. We'll see. I want to see how the fight plays out, or the grappling match plays out. Imagine if Joaquin added some judo throws to his arsenal, though. Shit. Do 1,000 of those down ups. You mentioned Darius versus Dennis. Danis? I didn't mention Darius versus Danis, but shit, okay. Yeah, run that shit. I like that, Stu. Benil Dariush versus Dylan Danis, okay. Because, you know, Dariush was a really good grappler back in his day. Gave Kron Gracie a run for his money at brown belt. Can't blame Joe. He was in the UK. Jake versus Connor, BKFC. Okay, now we're talking, Stu. Jake versus Connor, BKFC. We could be cooking something up there. Let's read this report. Joseph Parker reportedly tested positive for cocaine and VADA in a VADA drug test taken on the day of his defeat to Fabio Wardley. Damn, the day of? You got hyped up on some coke before the fight or what? Two sources close to Team Parker have conveyed their dismay to the ring at the findings, for which he has an opportunity to have his B sample tested. Oh, come on, bro. We've been down this road with Ryan Garcia before. That B sample ain't coming back no different. But hey, I'll wait till it comes out. That'll be my prediction, though. The B sample won't be different. But I won't say it definitively. He's still got a chance. Tested positive for traces of cocaine on the day of the Fabio defeat. A source has confirmed. Damn, bro. Yeah, this is another fucking cocaine bot right here. David Benavidez, another cocaine bot. Damn, those are some crazy eyes, bro. Oh, that was Kell Brook? You're kidding me. Damn, Kell Brook. That's just crazy. Damn, there's one other thing I was going to pull up for you guys right now, but I literally just, like, it just skipped my mind. Oh, no, next time you were going to interview Buck, he's going to be mid-shit like SD. No, he's not, bro. He's not going to do me dirty like that. No way, no way. Who used my nose to sniff that coke? Miata boy, you're feeling it? Bro, I was gonna pull something up a second ago. That was creatine. That's my favorite way to take creatine, boys. Down the fucking nostril. Oh, this is what I was gonna pull up. This is the last topic of the day, alright, boys? Hey. Shout out Soda Pop. Soda Pop should be in the chat right now. But
hello, Leonid.
Look at Soda Pop's comment. Brady told them to not ask about Buck before the cameras were turned on. That's true. Brady has Joaquin blocked on social media. That's true. And that's why Brady will never get to fight Buck. He'll never get the opportunity. Never. Okay, I want to go to Vinicius, though, and Chael's son and beefing. Let's go to Chael first. This is good. Even though Vinicius is, like, acting like he's mad at Chael, this is just some funny shit. I actually love it when Chael, like, retweets shit. Look, Chael just reposted him. So Chael reacted to Vinicius posting his sparring footage. Why are you posting these? Who's your scumbag friend holding the camera? Chael basically made Vinicius go viral. Chael's really low-key giving Vinicius the rub here. He's actually doing him a favor, if you guys can see through the bullshit. He's actually doing Vinicius a favor. And that's why he just reposted it, right? He's not even beefing with Vinicius. Vinicius calls him out, he just reposts it. You know, no acknowledgement. He's literally doing Vinicius a favor. He's giving him the rub. So then Vinicius, he got to do his part, right? This is what I'm saying, though. These fighters don't be doing shit like this. Like, shout out to Vinicius. Talk your shit, homie. You know what I mean? After Chael clapped back at him, Vinicius posted another one. Or I guess this is the 12th. I'm not sure when this one was. But this way he said, be careful with the words that come out your fucking mouth, Chael son, and you big jerk. Look, MMA Holes says, you earned a follow. Yeah, he did earn a follow because he's fucking entertaining. Partaking in the beef, unlike some fighters who think they're too good for that or too scary for that. I just want to say that I love all my fans and friends, regardless of whether you hate me or not. I love you. Thank you for being by my side, friends. So even Vinicius, he loves Chael. That's what he's saying right here. He loves Chael. And he gets it. Chael's giving him the rub. But, he goes, say something. This was 16 hours ago.
Vamos esquecer. Gente, próxima luta. Olha o que vai acontecer. Boa, excelente.
Homie clip farming and engagement farming at the same time.
Sai. Boa, Lobão. Resistente, Lobão. Isso aí, irmão. Isso aí, é bravo.
How about that hair, though?
Bora. Foi.
And then we'll watch the little clip of Vinicius too. Shout out to everybody who's tapped into the stream, who is watching. I appreciate it. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. We're going live for the fights tomorrow, so you're definitely going to want to subscribe. But shout out everybody always tuning in. This will be the last clip of the day.
I've heard that Charles Sonnen has talking shit about me. Man, I can understand you. You are old. You don't have much time alive in this earth. I didn't like you before. You have talking shit about Brazilian people. Then Anderson Silva has fucked your ass up and puts you in your spot. So man, be careful with the words who come out of your fucking mouth. Shh, Charles Sonnen. Shh, you're a bitch.
Shout out Vinicius, bro. Shout out Vinicius, man. That's some good shit. Speaking English, too? Come on now. Come on now. Video response to Chael? Why can't everybody be like this? With that hair, he needs to talk less. The hair is crazy. The hair is crazy. But hey, it's making you feel a certain type of way, Stu. Why would he post that? Who KOs their sparring partner? I guess Vinicius. Who knows if they're teammates or not? Low-key, that dude looked like he came in off the street. He's open for that right hook. Vinicius does not care about the shots coming his way. Especially if you've seen his last fight. My man goes straight hands down and tries to put your lights out. He speaks like he has downs. You guys like him? I mean, it sounds like you don't really like him that much. He's alright to me. He's alright. His left hand staying by his ass. No, I know. His left hand always fucking stays at his hips, bro. They always do. All right, since we got the hardcores in here now, we can't really watch this whole thing, but I'll just tell you guys, go watch it, I guess, like on your own time. I already got copyrighted, not copyrighted, but like, you know, the stream went down today, so I just don't feel like messing with it again. But Blueface, all right, boys, did a 20 versus 1 today. I think a lot of people have been waiting for this 20 versus 1. This is what I'm gonna be watching once the stream's over and I'm just chilling tonight. I'm gonna watch this, the 20 versus 1. Hour 34 minutes, Blueface, 20 versus 1. Somebody's reacting to it. But it was only a 4-minute clip. Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted and shit. Go tap into this, though, boys. Tap into this. This is what I need from you guys. Only if you want to. If you tap into this, we can discuss it tomorrow. Because I'm going to watch this. So maybe there's some good jokes, you know what I mean? Some good sayings we could take from this. But I'm going to watch this tomorrow. All right, boys. Shout out everybody. I'll end this poll real quick, see who won it. Looks like Khabib. Everybody thinks Khabib ended Conor. 57% say Khabib ended Conor. Okay. I think Floyd was the chink in the armor, though. But all right, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Thanks for tapping in. And, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the